Hello, Art Song friends, and welcome to episode 10 of Art Song Experiment. I'm Michael Beavers. I'm one of the founders of the Denver Art Song Project, as well as the audio engineer, videographer, and more importantly, for this one, guitarist.
That's right.
And I'm joined by
Epen Leubner. I'm the founder of Denver Art Song Project, and we are here in season 2 talking about Die Schöne Müllerin, our album that we made for voice and guitar that is a song cycle. There's a ton of links down below. What is an art song? What is an art song cycle? Get to know Die Schöne Müllerin before you get started with this whole endeavor. And then there's links to playlists. So just, go poke around and you can catch up with us. We're on episode 10 now.
That's right. And I'm not going to try to butcher the pronunciation of this one.
So this is a tricky one. It's called Tränenregen. And that literally means like a rain of tears.
Sounds pretty serious.
Yeah, it is.
Did something happen to Wilhelm?
So, it's funny you mentioned that. So this is the 10th song. Wilhelm finally goes out on a date with the girl of the mill.
All right. Good for Wilhelm.
You have been waiting for this
Yeah.
for a long time, haven't you?
Oh, 10 songs.
10
Not
songs. So as I've mentioned before, Michael is a very smooth operator. Wilhelm is not. And so he finally goes on a date. And it's this moment where it's funny because this song is entirely in the past tense. So it's Wilhelm reflecting on what happened. We went for a walk by the brook. We saw the moon in the brook, and it's all past tense. And so you realize that he's reflecting on something that happened. And this is structurally, grammatically, this is kind of unique, right? This is happening in the center of the art song cycle, and he's reflecting on what happened. And it's a very important moment, and perhaps that's why the poet didn't do it in the present tense where Wilhelm is living in the moment of the song, but rather the song is reflecting back on something that happened, and it's this past tense thing going on. And so I mentioned Not So Good. I've got a meme for it. It involves Peter Parker as played by Tobey Maguire. Asked you on a date, got too many feels. He really Wilhelm has a rough go of this. And one of the things that I think is kind of fascinating about this, and I think the guitar part kind of captures the dichotomy of what happened. So can you tell me a little bit about how does the guitar part kind of underscore this sort of history of the first date?
Well, in the guitar part, it's pretty complex. Like there are a lot of different voices going on in each of the chords, and so you have to be very careful about keeping the integrity of each of those lines as I'm playing them.
Okay.
And you may notice that sometimes there's a note that pops out. That sounds a little different, and that's as guitarists. Sometimes when we have chords with a lot of notes to play, we can use our what we call open strings. Basically, strings that we don't have to hold down with our left hand, so they're not fretted notes.
Okay.
And so that makes them open strings. And so sometimes when playing those notes on an open string, the timbre is a little different. But you may never notice. I mean, guitarists always hear that, but other people, it's probably just the sound of a guitar,
Okay.
So, yeah.
So there's a little bit of drama in this song. That he's going out on a date with her. And this is a little bit spoilery, but, if you've never heard this song before, this is, get ready for it. It doesn't go well. He kind of breaks down at the end and cries. And I think he's just so overwhelmed with emotion that he can't handle it. And I think that there's this moment where the girl is like, okay, great, well, then I've got to go inside. And she just goes. And that's it. And you can actually hear that. Like the Schubert, it's like, da-da-da-da-da, hey, I'm leaving, because that's weird. And she leaves, and then the song ends. And then there's this button on the song afterwards that the guitar gets to play. And you get to really add that impact to those words.
Yeah, hammer that home, I guess.
You really, it's a little on the nose, but it's really, really good. Like, it's this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so let's take a listen to song number 10, Tränenregen, or Tears, Rain of Tears.
saßen so traulich beisammen im kühlen Erlendach. Wir schauten so traulich zusammen hinab in den rieselnden Bach. Der Mond war auch gekommen, die Sternlein hinterdrein und schauten so traulich zusammen in den silbernen Spiegel hinein. Ich sah nach keinem Monde, nach keinem Sternenschein. Ich schaute nach ihrem Bilde, nach ihrem Auge allein. Und sah sie nicken und blicken herauf aus dem seligen Bach. Die Blümlein am Ufer, die blauen, sie nickten und blickten ihr nach. Und in den Bach versunken, der ganze Himmel schein und wollte mich mit hinunter in seine Tiefe ziehen. Und über den Wolken und Sternen, da rieselte munter der Bach und rief mit Singen und Klingen: Geselle, Geselle, mir nach. Da gingen die Augen mir über, da war das im Spiegel so kraus. Sie sprach, es kommt ein Regen, ade, ich geh nach Haus.
Thanks for joining us for episode 10 of Art Song Experiment Season 2. This has been Denver Art Song Project, sharing with you our love for art songs, and there's some ways that you can help us out. If you like this video, share, do that social media, Instagram thing.
Right.
We need your help to get the word out, especially because there's so few, relatively speaking, so few art song fans out there, and we think that this is a great way for people to get to know what an art song is. And,
right, and not just art songs, but classical music in general. I think art songs are a great. I think you said it before, a little bite-sized chunk of.
Or gateway drug.
Yeah, gateway drug.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. So help support classical music by sharing this and liking this.
Right.
Also, if you want, make a donation down below, tax deductible.
And if you're wondering what we will spend the money on,
Yes.
I mean, you might notice the background changed since the first 5. And that's because we're still in Ethan's house, trying to find the best way to shoot these. So your money will go towards getting better lights. Maybe a set or something.
A set?
Or,
wouldn't that be great?
Ferrari for me.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Exactly.
So we'd really appreciate your support. And as always, we'll close with the words of the poet Theodore Rothke.
If you can't think, at least sing.